after Sheldon Keefe called his team out after the last 6-3 loss to the New York Rangers, calling them soft, and they played purposeless, and it was just flat out ugly. You don't hear a coach say that very often about his players, and it's been the talking point over the last few days in Leafland. And the question for me now was, okay, they just got called out like crazy. They weren't good at all. So how are the Leafs going to respond against the New York Islanders today, who they've been playing pretty well against over the last little while? I think the last time, I can't remember if it was in Long Island or, if in New York or in Toronto or just against the Islanders in general, but the last couple of games, Wall and Hutchison have shutouts against the Islanders. I don't know if that's just in New York or if that's, against them in general or whatever the case. But bottom line, the Leafs have played pretty well against John Tavares' old squad, the team who loves booing them. And that story continues. Obviously, no shutout in this game, but the Leafs get a 3-1 lead, and they lock it down. Now, it does help when Peter Mrazek does a heck of a job in that third period. Obviously, Jack Campbell getting the night off today. As we talked about in the last video, he's kind of been struggling as of late, so giving him time off his feet for a bit, might not be a bad thing, especially since you have Peter Mrazek healthy and ready to get in there, and he was great. Easily his best game as a Toronto Maple Leaf. We'll get to him a little bit later on. But with the 3-1 win, the Leafs are now 25-10-3 on the year. Let's get to the game, and let's see what happened, all right? First period, Leafs get a couple power plays early. They don't score on either of them. And everybody's mindset, including myself, is, okay, well, they're going to get a power play at some point. Jason Spezza gets the hooking penalty. They get the power play. And off the ensuing draw, they win it back to their D. And it gets all, I don't know what happened, but it was a really weird play. I don't know if they tried to go D to D or if they tried to just dump it down the far side or whatever the case. But Morgan Rielly ends up getting it right at the blue line there, and he kind of chips it out, and Mitch Marner's kind of away to the races here. He's got the breakaway. He's got some Islanders hot in his heels, though, so he tries to get close to the net and bring the puck back. Fans on it. Doesn't even get the puck going back, but that screws with Varlamov because doesn't go down at all, and it slides underneath them, and the Leafs got a 1-0 lead. Mitch Marner with a shorthanded goal. Morgan Rielly with the lone assist on the goal at 13:25 of the first period, and the boys are on the board first. Exactly what you want to see, especially after what happened in the last game, right? And you didn't score in the first two power plays. You get the shorthanded goal to kind of get your legs moving. But then with a minute to go in the period, Zach Parise burns Timothy Liljegren. It was kind of a floating, it was a puck that was shot up and kind of bounced in front of Liljegren. He didn't know if it was to go to the puck or to take the body. He got in between, and the veteran Parise just kind of goes right by him with the puck, and he roofs it on Peter Mrazek, backhand cheese. And we're tied at 1. However, with under a second to play, and I can actually say that, the puck gets down into their end, and Pierre Engvall picks it up, and his nice little toe drag around the defender was quite nice for Pierre Engvall. Just a backhand onto the net along the ice, nothing too crazy down there, but it finds a way to squeeze under Varlamov. That's the second time in the period a little softy has gone underneath the pads of Semyon Varlamov, and Engvall scores with like 0.3 or 0.4 on the clock. And the Leafs got a 2-1 lead after one period of play. Shots on goal, 9-7 in favor of the Leafs in the period. You got a lead after one. As much as they've blown a lot of leads lately, you're in the exact spot you want to be in. You got the lead after 20 minutes, after you gave up 5 unanswered goals in the last game. You lost 6-3. Your coach called you out. And in the next game, you have a lead after one. It's exactly where you want to be. Now, in the second period, a mad scramble happens, right? The Leafs dominating zone time in there in the Islanders' end. The puck ends up back at the point to Morgan Rielly. He fires it on. I think it got blocked. And it gets to Willie Nylander on the far side. And Morgan Rielly floats down. It looked like in Austin Matthews' office there, down in the circle. And beautiful, beautiful seam pass from William Nylander. I don't even think he looked at Morgan Rielly. He just knew he was there. And he was a bullet pass right on the tape. And a one-timer for Morgan Rielly, a little snapshot one-timer for Morgan Rielly, and he beats Semyon Varlamov. And the Leafs got a 3-1 lead. Oh, we've seen this one before. We're all freaking out, though. We're not getting too excited because we've seen these things evaporate quick time. That goal, Nylander and Kerfoot grab assists on the goal at 9:42 of the second period. And now we wait. we wait to see what happens next because we're so used to seeing these leads get blown. 3-1 lead, blown in the last game. 4-1 lead, blown in the game before, or 2 games before, whatever it was. And even a 3-1 against the St. Louis Blues where you won in a shootout. So a lot of blown leads lately. So we have a 3-1 lead, and midway through the second, we're like, this is great, but we've seen this story before. They end the second period strong. It's still 3-1, 10-6 in shots, Leafs in this after 2 periods of play. Okay, we're doing okay, but you still have 20 minutes to go. And in that third period, yeah, you do get their best punch. 15-4 were the shots on goal in the third period, but Peter Mrazek shut the door. You know, and I wouldn't say a lot of their chances were grade A chances. They had a few really good opportunities, and Peter Mrazek did stand tall on those. But again, they did an all right job. Just prefer not to get dominated in shots 15-4 in the third period, though. I'd love to actually win the period and be okay. But that's okay. You lose the game in shots 28-23. They don't score a goal in the third, and you hang on to win it 3-1. Okay. They won a game. They didn't allow more than 2 goals. They didn't blow a lead. They won in regulation. That's nice. Special teams wise, we were 0 for 2 on our power plays. They were 0 for 3, and we scored the shorty. So in hindsight, we won the special teams battle in this game today. And easily, without a doubt, the MVP in tonight's game, Peter Mrazek. 1 goal on 28 shots. Shut the door late in the game when the team needed him the most. And made some big-time stops. Made some big-time saves and a lot of smart plays. There was one, I can't remember which one it was, but they were coming down on a short break, but there was a lot of Leafs kind of closing the angle. So Mrazek sees the angle getting close and knowing, I think it was Clutterbuck, he needed to come out and challenge because all he's going to get is a long shot. He does that, gets a shot right in the chest, holds it, face off. Beautiful. Great stuff. You know, and then another play late in the game, right, where they had a chance in tight, and he just stands tall, stays big in the net, makes the stop, finds the loose puck, freezes it, gets the face off, and he just did a really good job tonight. Now, is this the Peter Mrazek we're going to see moving forward? We're going to have to wait and see. But he was nice tonight. A goal on 28 shots gave the Leafs a chance to win, and they did. Key player in the game, Morgan Riley, had a goal and an assist today. He's the only guy with a multi-point game in this one tonight. But either way, you pick up the W, and you give up less than 2 goals. You don't blow a lead. You score 3. Your goalie's good. And all is well in Leafland for the time being. Now, the next game for the Leafs, and it's great that they have to win tonight because the next game isn't until Wednesday night as they come back home and take on the Anaheim Ducks. It's a 7 o'clock puck drop there. Anaheim's been really struggling as of late, but for the Leafs, they got to go out there with the same mentality they did today. No matter what the record suggests, you got to go out there and do a job. All right? You win that game, you don't blow a lead. Hey, you've won a couple games in a row. You're feeling good again, right? 1 game at a time for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Without Justin Hall and Jake Muzzin, you got to take it 1 game at a time, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game this evening because you enjoyed the win, the stress-free, even though the stress was probably there because you're a Leaf fan and you get a lead, and obviously there's going to be stress. But you know what I mean. Smack the like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game today for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM, all that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Raptors Edition tomorrow. I believe they play at 6 o'clock as they come home to take on the Portland Trailblazers. Norm Powell is questionable, so we'll see what happens there. But either way, the Raps will be taking on the Trailblazers tomorrow night, looking for back-to-back dubs to go a couple games over 500. Wouldn't that be nice? And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they look to make it back-to-back Ws as they host the Anaheim Ducks on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock puck drop. They're looking for win number 26 on the season. And hey, if I'm the Leafs, I go back with Mrazek. Give Jack some extra time off. That's just my take, all right? So thank you. You know what, guys? Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.